Weather in Central Texas can be unexpected a lot of times. Stick with Storm for your trusted local weather updates so you can get your daily forecast updates and storm weather coverage from a trusted team you can trust. Stay ahead of the storm with Storm Austin. Storm Austin, Austin's trusted local weather source.
From knowing if the right weather conditions could cause an impact or not. Check out Storm Plus now streaming live on Stream Endlessly. Exclusively watch minute-by-minute updates.
All right.
Heart
All right, sorry about that. It's very glitchy. All right, so we're live on the YouTube page right now. Y'all getting behind the scenes look of the weather on how we're doing things here on Stream Endlessly. So people watching on YouTube, welcome to the behind the scenes of the weather. But we're going to also do a check of your forecast and much more coming up in just a little bit. So at 5:05 here in about 20 seconds, I am going to be doing a live forecast for our TV network that that Storm is partnered up with. So any second now, I will hop on the air and do an update. I just got to make sure everything is correctly. Yeah, that's correct. We'll put that on Linux 2. This will go here. There we go. All right, make sure everything is working correctly. But yeah, once again, guys, welcome to a brand new stream. Chief Forecaster David Alford here. We got the latest of your forecast, which we'll break down here in just a moment. All right, so in about 5 seconds, Tom. All right, and thank you, Erica. On the radar right now, we're tracking some storms out there across portions of central Texas. Look at this, an isolated storm in Kendall County, just west of Comell County. Some storms in Gillespie County, too. Northeastern Gillespie County and southern Llano County. We got some thunderstorms out there right now. Nothing strong or severe, but they are producing a decent downpour for the time being right now. If we go ahead and take a look at what's coming up here in your full forecast in just a few minutes, we're going to be taking a look at scattered storms happening this evening. Tomorrow, another hot and a partly cloudy day ahead. And this week, high pressure is finally going to be out of our forecast, but still going to give us an influx to seeing these warm temperatures still for every day next week. Full forecast and more coming up in just a few minutes. All right, so a little behind the scenes there. We decided to do a little live stream on here. Again, Storm is connected with a TV network called KTX on the Stream Endlessly TV network. It's also on other TV networks, I think, that Storm is on. But anyways, there's a newscast underway right now, and I'm just on here doing a weather update between there. And then once it's, I think, after 5:30, I think I'm safe to just do a full forecast. So as of right now, we're kind of just sitting here for your radars. So I have the latest on what the radar is showing. And speaking of the radar, let's check it out right now. Look at this, some storms out there across portions of central Texas. An isolated storm in Kendall County right now. Some storms out in Gillespie County, Llano County. Some storms happening for the time being. Let's switch radar sites over to the KGRK radar and still showing the exact same thing. Do we have any hail trying to come out of the storm out in Kendall County? Let's take a look. Let's see, probability of severe hail. Not popping up on anything. So no hail is occurring. So that's great news. Back to the radar. Still got some storms. There is some lightning coming out of the storm. So that storm is strengthening, or it's trying to. And this will be something that we'll need to continue to watch here throughout the next little bit. So again, storms on radar now, nothing strong or severe, but they are intensifying as we do have that daytime heating. Again, if you're just joining us, we're streaming live on the YouTube page right now, but we have a live newscast underway on KATX on our TV network. So I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for my cue to come on to do the weather at 5:15, 5:18ish, somewhere in there. It's got to see what my producer says, but any second now, I will be returning back on the green screen. But anyways, here on YouTube, we'll have a full forecast update just specifically towards y'all in just a few minutes from now. So, here in about 1 minute, I will have a full forecast. So give me 1 second as I leave you guys on the radar and get ready to do this live shot. All right, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. Coming up next, we got a full check of your forecast. Some thunderstorms on radar right now. Nothing strong or severe expected tonight or anticipated, but we got some more chances of precipitation in our forecast and fluctuating temperatures ahead. Details and more right after this. Alright, so once again, that was a little newscast, news station that I'm with on Stream Endlessly. Again, if you want to watch like the full program that Storm is connected with, I don't have I used to post information in the description about where you can watch Stream Endlessly and how, and like me giving you a link to it, but I'll have to start doing that again. I'll have to contact the owner of that. But anyways, again, the whole point of the stream tonight is me doing a full forecast for y'all, but I forgot, as soon as I hit the live stream at 5 o'clock, my producer Tom reminded me we have a newscast underway right now, and I typically don't do weather on Saturday because it's Saturday and I have someone else that does it for me, but since I'm on tonight and streaming here and there, it's perfect timing. So I do have time to read comments. Of course, if you guys got comments in the chat, feel free to comment them down below. Live on Tropics in the chat said hello. The quality just keeps getting better. Love the new design. Thank you very much. This took I won't say it took me a few minutes. It took a lot of planning and thinking on what the new design should be like and what it should do, I guess. I can't find the right words right now, but new design is here. Alright, so anyways, but thank you, Live on Tropics. So coming up here in just a moment, guys, at 5:13, we're doing a forecast for Stream Endlessly. So I will leave y'all off with the radar, and I will be on a BRB status. Just gotta make sure this is correctly. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. So 1 second, as I'm about to do a full forecast. Yep, the design does keep changing. I know, but I think I'm gonna stick with this design. I think this is my favorite design I have maybe ever done. So yeah. Let's see. All right. So now, if we could switch over to aux 2, please. All right, 3, 2, and 1. And welcome back over to the Storm Weather Channel. I'm Chief Forecaster David, and we're also on KATX. Coming up here in your forecast, we got lots to talk about, but first off, let's start off with what's happening on the radar. We got some storms out there across portions of the hill country, mainly favoring Kendall County, Gillespie County, and even some isolated activity out in Llano County right now. However, none of this is strong or severe, which is some wonderful news, obviously, with that activity. But if you do get underneath these storms, or if you are under these storms, you're probably getting a good downpour that is occurring in just a short period of time. But again, some storms out there across portions of the Texas Hill Country. All right, let's get to that forecast for you, shall we, for tonight. So coming up here in your forecast, lots to get to. We're going to be talking about this evening's scattered storms. We're also going to be mentioning about another hot and partly cloudy day for tomorrow. Then we're talking about how high pressure is out of here of our forecast. Start off with the water vapor satellite. Ridge of high pressure dominating most of our skies across the area. If you're curious why there isn't like widespread storms, it's a high pressure. That's eliminating the probabilities for widespread storms. But overall, heat and humidity does continue. Barely any rain chances will continue to stick around. But as we approach Monday, ridge of high pressure well towards our northeast, but it's still going to be hot. But the heat and humidity will still be a big influx into our conditions here in the Lone Star State for the next several days, and potentially for the rest of the next couple months. But we'll be potentially relying on the risk for some sea breeze storms almost every day next week. All right, storm outlook for tonight. It is a level 0. We just have a general storm risk across the viewing area. Rain chances next couple days are very low, only 10% Sunday through Wednesday, but at least there's a chance. Very sea breeze activity forecast there. 75 overnight tonight, just a few clouds. 95 for tomorrow, still hot for your Sunday, and maybe an isolated storm. So here's some tips to stay cool. Wear loose, light clothing, drink plenty of water, use fans to circulate the air, and keep pets in air conditioning as temperatures are very warm and humid next several days. Day planner for Sunday, waking up at 77. By noon, as we get out of church, 90 degrees and 93 by 4 p.m. with that risk of an isolated storm. Your algae count, trees are low, grasses, weeds are low, but mold is high with an Alton area. As you take a look at that 7-day forecast, you can see temperatures are into the 90s every single day. Not a whole lot of hope for precipitation, though. I mean, there are chances. They're not the best, but at least there's a chance. About 10 to 20% chances will continue, and the sea breeze activity chances will also continue further on into the future. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. That's your full check of the forecast here on KATX News weekends at 5. More news and weather, as well as traffic and sports, continues right after this quick commercial break. Alright, so once again, guys, we're streaming live on Stream Endlessly right now, and also streaming live here on YouTube. And I'm not showing y'all like our entire live newscast due to, I guess you could say, copyright reasons, because the commercials and stuff. But what we actually air on there, well, I don't know. I haven't licensed, or not. Well, I'm not the one that licensed this. Person that owns Storm is not licensed our 24/7 network to be on YouTube just yet, so that's why I'm not giving y'all like the entire full feed of it. That's why I'm just giving y'all snippets of me doing the weather only, and then the music and the commercial breaks, even though it's me right here. Of course, I'm reading the chat still. We got Clint in the chat this evening. Good evening, hey, good evening, man. 518. How's it going? Hope it's going well. All right, so I'm supposed to do a radar update at 5:20. So I got about 3 minutes to chill real quick. I gotta check a few messages from my producer, and I'm gonna eat some popcorn real quick, and I'm just gonna be here. So yeah, welcome to behind the scenes real quick, guys. All right.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, your full forecast begins now.
Alright, so there we are. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get to your radar right now. We have some severe weather just south of the viewing area, some severe storms out towards the Dealey area right now, but these severe storms that are actually becoming severe because of gusty winds and perhaps some hail should stay to our south. But I do got a confidence feeling that you see these storms on radar right now. I got a feeling that these storms will actually only continue to increase and grow throughout the next couple of hours, since we have enough. I think we have enough moisture, and just looking at some new data that came out recently, I got a better feeling that the storm chance will increase. However, the storm chance will be kind of the most highest, I guess you could say, for areas towards Bexar County and maybe Guadalupe and Comal counties. That's probably the best areas that could see some storms next couple hours from now, especially seeing storms like these potentially. But overall, severe weather today is not anticipated, but there is some severe weather just to the southwest of the immediate viewing area. So again, something we'll have to watch very, very closely. Zooming it in, we got some isolated storms out there across portions of Kendall County, an isolated blip in portions of Comal County, some storms out in Gillespie County, one little blip out there right around that border there, Gillespie and Llano counties. So that's what's on radar right now. That's what we were tracking. We'll have a final check of your 7-day forecast coming up here in about 6 minutes from now. Reporting in studio, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. Now we'll go ahead and go to Rebecca with a look at sports for tonight.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, your full forecast begins now.
So yeah, once again, guys, Chief Forecaster David Alford here with Storm. We are streaming live on our YouTube page here as well as on TV right now. Well, we're not live on TV right now, but a few minutes ago we were, or a few seconds ago we were. But here on YouTube, I'm just giving you all behind the scenes here on the weather and everything. I'm also showing off the new graphics, new look to everything. Also testing things out while we are live on YouTube as well as on Stream Endlessly. So testing things out, which things are working pretty properly correct, which is great. New radar works fine, everything works fine, so that's great news on everything working. So anyways, give me a second. I'll leave you guys on the radar, but we're going to be wrapping up our newscast here in just a few moments. So I will see you on the other side in just a few moments.
From the heart of Texas and downtown Austin, going southbound on
Yeah, I don't know why that's so glitchy or laggy there. So my apologies about that, everybody. All right, current time is 5:25 right now. Live radar showing a few storms out there across portions of Llano, Gillespie, Kendall counties right now. Some new storms we're monitoring down towards our south, even severe weather to our south as well. Chances of severe weather tonight are 0%, but with that isolated storm that's severe down there, the risk for some strong severe storms, the confidence of that could start to increase. We'll see what happens. However, we'll get a final check of the radar, your 7-day forecast, and a final check of today's top news stories and much more coming up right after this quick commercial break on KATX News, weekends at 5. So, quick reminder, everybody, we're streaming live on Stream Endlessly right now. We're also doing, giving y'all behind the scenes, I guess
From knowing
you
if
could say, here on YouTube. So, welcome to behind the scenes. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys on the radar real quick. I come back on air in about 1 minute, so I'm just going to get a drink of water, see what my producers or Tom has said real quick, and then you guys will see me once again. All right. All right, and welcome back over to KATX News at 5. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford, and let's get to the radar right now. Tracking some storms out there across portions of Llano, Gillespie, Kendall counties right now. None of these storms are strong to severe, but we are noticing some lightning coming out of these storms, and that's an indication that these storms are actually intensifying or attempting to, which is a good sign because we need the rain, obviously, but not a good sign if that's ruining your evening plans, and hopefully it's not because we desperately need the rain. However, some more storms further down to our southwest right now. These storms are severe just outside of the immediate viewing area. And as we go and take a look at your forecast for the next 24 hours, we got just a few clouds for tonight, 75 degrees. Still hot in store for tomorrow with an isolated storm, so something that we're going to have to watch here very, very closely here across central Texas. And now as we go ahead and take a look at your forecast, or your tips to stay cool, wear loose, light clothing, drink plenty of water, use fans to circulate air, and keep pets in air conditioning areas. So your planner for tomorrow, waking up at 77, getting out of church to be at 90 and 93 by 4 p.m. Very similar situation for the precipitation that we are seeing across the area today. Allergies, trees through weeds are low, mold is high, quickly to that 7-day. You can see 90s and hot and humid, no rain chances that are really decent in our extended forecast, unfortunately. So, again, we'll keep you up to date. Our live extended coverage, of course, continues 24/7 on our streaming app and on our other social platforms. All right, that does it for us here on the news at 5. We'll see you back here tonight at 6 with the latest of your forecast and much more later tonight.
Weather in Central Texas can be unexpected a lot of times. Stick with Storm. For your trusted local weather updates so you can get your daily forecast updates and storm weather coverage from a trusted team you can trust. Stay ahead of the storm with Storm Austin. Storm Austin. Austin's trusted local.
From knowing if the right weather conditions could cause an impact or not. Check out Storm Plus Now streaming live on Stream Endlessly. Exclusively watch minute-by-minute updates.
And welcome back over to the Storm TV Network Weather Channel here on YouTube. We are tracking some storms out there across the viewing area. We are live on, or we were live on Stream Endlessly, which is a TV network that Storm is connected with. So KTX is a TV station that does news and airs movies and shows or whatever. And then Storm is weather, obviously, and you're here watching the weather, or usually are supposed to be. And the weather is connected with KTX. For the last 30 minutes here, we've been doing the weather there for our network over there. All right, let's get to the radar right now, where we do have some storms on the map right now. Nothing strong or severe, at least in our immediate coverage viewing area, but there are some stronger storms out there near the Pearsall area. That's what we're watching for right now. Some isolated storms across Kendall, Llano, and Gillespie counties right now. Looks like a storm near Medanian and Kerrville. That's about it. Just all the storms that we're really monitoring. But further down to our south, there's some severe and strong storms out there right now. I don't anticipate any strong or severe storms in our viewing area, at least for the next 24 hours from what things are looking like right now. But again, we'll watch it closely. All right, heads up. Southern Bexar County, just towards the Somerset area, maybe even downtown San Antonio. These storms out towards Petite and Pleasanton and Camp Belton. If these storms can hold together, these could make a run for our far southern metro counties down towards Bexar County. So again, Somerset, be on guard. Maybe a storm here soon. Interstate 37 to 1410. Maybe some storms coming your guys' direction in just a little bit. Again, something that we'll have to watch here throughout the next little bit. And maybe even a small little, I see some black on there, meaning some very, very heavy rain. Let's check our hail tracker here and make sure there's no hail trying to come out of the storm. It doesn't look like it right now. Let's see what this graphic shows. Yeah, nothing. So, again, no hail, thankfully, occurring. Oh, wait, our radar, oh, there we go. Now our radar is estimating some very tiny hail, potentially. They're saying about, what is this? About, yeah, very tiny hail. Very tiny hail. If anything, it's coming out. So this is about, what, pea-sized hail maybe, just west of Pleasanton. So that's pretty much all we're tracking right now from these storms. So, yeah. About it. Let's see. Can we get an idea on these storms over here that were severe, that are now been downgraded to a special weather statement? It doesn't want to pop them up for some reason. What was the severe warning for? Wind? Yeah, wind and some hail. Let's see. Can we get a hail track on this? Don't think the radar is working over here right now. No, it's not. Alright, so we're going to have to rely on this other graphic here, where it is showing me a blue dot, which I believe could be a storm. Let's check. Let's switch to radar. Does that match up? It does match up. So, yeah, there could be some small hail probably coming out of this little band of storms just south of Bexar County. Just south of San Antonio. So these storms should come into Bexar County here in just a little bit. Some more isolated storms across Kendall County right now as well. But again, nothing strong or severe at this point in time. Alright, so I will go ahead leave you guys off with the radar. Again, I'm just going to wait for our newscast at 6 p.m. where we'll talk some more and do some more updates on the weather. If anything crazy happens, I will come on a little bit early to do some updates here on our streaming network. Anything else I need to mention? If these storms get closer and closer to Bexar County like they are now, there's a probability that we may come back in about 5 or 10 minutes. So we will see what happens. But again, whole point of the stream, yes, is to deliver the weather, but I'm also here to show you guys the radar, as we do have some active storms across central Texas. But a newscast is underway at 6 p.m. We just showed y'all behind the scenes kind of for newscasts at 5 p.m. on weekends. And we may do the same thing as we approach 6 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, I will go ahead and I'll be right back. I'm just going to take a break here. And I will return for our news at 6 on Stream Endlessly for KATX News. Alright. Ready, check 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, I am ready in 3, 2, 1. Alright, good evening everybody. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with Storm TV Network. Here's a look at your forecast with what's coming up. This evening on this June 21st, we're tracking some scattered thunderstorms out there across the area. Not just that, we're also tracking some warmer temperatures for tomorrow and a partly cloudy day ahead. And we're also tracking some high pressure that will be out of our forecast here starting the next couple days. Water vapor satellite showing you regional high pressure dominating the skies across portions of the lower 40, here in the lower 48 too, but in the south central United States, still being hot, humid, and the heat and humidity do continue, and a rare shower chance does still continue. But as we fast forward to your Monday and every day next week, regional high pressure well off towards our northeast, it's still going to be hot. Heat humidity will still influx our weather, and sea breeze chances will only start to increase. So as of now, we have some storms on radar, but the general threat for some severe weather tonight is 0, but we do have a general storm risk outlying portions of the viewing area. Rain chances this week, Sunday through Wednesday, just at 10%, very low in nature. 75 tonight, just a few clouds in the capital city. 95 tomorrow, still hot, maybe an isolated storm. If you're going to be out and about across central Texas, make sure to wear loose, light clothing, drink plenty of fluids, use fans to circulate the air, and of course, keep pets in air conditioning. Taking a look at your planner for Sunday as you wake up at 7 a.m. It should be right around 77, very humid in nature, 90 by noon, and that's going to be toasty as you get out of church, and then 93 by 4 p.m. As we take a look at your allergies, trees, grasses, and weeds are low, but mold was some alternaria in the high count for your tomorrow. 7-day forecast for Central Texas shows you we got hot weather continuing in our forecast next several days. Not just that, everybody. Rain chances are very sparse, they're very low, but the sea breeze activity, as mentioned, will actually start to increase here throughout the next couple of days. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford in the Storm Alert Weather Center. We'll keep you up to date, posted on here and on other social platforms. Of course, if you want to follow us on any of our other social platforms, make sure to give us a follow or check out our latest updates, either on the Storm TV Network channel or on all of our other social platforms, which is being mine on Instagram, Discord, Snapchat, or anything at David ALFWX.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, your full forecast begins now.
Hello everybody, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with the Storm Weather Channel with the latest updates on your forecast. Let's go ahead and get to the latest information and details that you need to know. Oh wait, I just screwed up the entire forecast because I did not have the graphics all the way to graphic 1. Alrighty, let's try that again. It's crazy. Alright. Sorry about that, everybody. I just trying to make a recording and I completely failed at it. So let's go ahead and go back to the slides. There we go. There we go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let's try this again.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, your full forecast begins now.
I keep messing this up. I'm gonna have so many clips of me just messing up. Okay, well, let's try that again. My apologies, y'all. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, your full forecast begins now.
Hey everybody, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with Storm Weather Channel, and we're on social media platforms here to give you guys an update of your forecast next couple days across the Austin area. So let's go ahead and give you guys an update as we switch gears from sitting down over to our green screen. So as we go ahead and take a look at what's coming up here in your forecast, we got some evening storms underway across central Texas. That's not the only thing that we're tracking. Another hot and partly cloudy day for tomorrow, and then high pressure is out of here for every day next week. Meanwhile, now on your on your Saturday evening, ridge of high pressure underway across the Lone Star State. It's very hot, it's very humid still, and those chances of that will only continue here next couple days. Barely any rain chances will also continue. But as we fast forward to Monday into next week and every day next week, ridge of high pressure is well off towards our northeast, but the humidity will continue to influx over our areas. The ridge of high pressure actually strengthens across a good portion of the United States, in the northeast particular in nature. But we will have some effects of it here in the Lone Star States. But the rain chances that have been very isolated in nature, well, they'll become a little bit more, I won't say widespread, but the tiny storms should become a little bit more bigger is what we'll be saying, as we'll finally get some moisture pumping in from the Gulf to the Lone Star States. Some storms underway right now across the area, nothing strong or severe as of recording, but the general threat for severe weather tonight is 0. General storm risk, meaning that some storms are possible this evening. Rain chances Sunday through Wednesday are very low at a 10%. However, your 24-hour forecast for the next 75 tonight in Austin, just a few clouds. How about 95 tomorrow? Still hot with some isolated storms. And as we take a look at your tips to stay cool if you're going to be out and about next couple days, wear loose, light clothing, drink plenty of fluids, and make sure to use fans to circulate air. If you've got any pets or anything like that, make sure they're getting air conditioning, plenty of fluids as well, and make sure they're looking good. Your planner for your Sunday, 77 at 7 a.m. By lunchtime, or getting out of church by noon at 90 degrees, warming up there, but 93 by 4 p.m. And the risk for some isolated storms will be there. If you have any allergy problems, your trees, grasses, and weeds are low, but the mold is a problem at a high count in Austin area. Your forecast next 7 showing you temperatures in the 90s next several days. Very tiny rain chances. I know we want some pretty good rain, but I don't have a real good system to give us tons of rain, unfortunately. But however, the isolated chances will continue, and the hot temperatures and humidity will also continue in our forecast. Catch another forecast from me on social media, on our personal X page at Storm TV Network, or on YouTube, or my social platforms on Instagram and Twitter at DavidALFWX. You guys have a great Saturday evening. I appreciate y'all watching, and thank you for tuning in.
From the Storm, Austin, and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert.
Everybody, everybody, I'm Chief Forecaster David. We appreciate you watching here on our YouTube page. We're tracking some strong storms out there just outside of our viewing area. However, we're tracking this thunderstorm just northwest of Pleasanton, just south of Bexar County, about to come into the county right now. The storm could produce some gusty winds, maybe some small hail here in just a little bit from now. But just giving you all the storm alert heads up that some storms are coming your guys' direction, coming in from, or excuse me, coming outside from Bexar County. So again, Poetry and Somerset, some storms coming your way now. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date here online, and of course on our TV network on Stream Endlessly on KTX, which we'll have a newscast here tonight at 6 p.m. Alright, we'll go ahead and return you back to the radar. Of course, if I have any other updates I need to give you guys an update on, we'll come on air and break into radar coverage with the latest with what is going on.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert. From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert.
We are interrupting scheduled regular programming to give you guys a strong storm advisory update for portions of Bexar County. The National Weather Service in just about 1 minute here has just issued a new weather alert. And we're actually going to go ahead and break down the latest information and details you need to know about this particular strong storm. The risk for some 40-mile-per-hour winds is possible. This does include downtown San Antonio. That's why we've interrupted programming here to deliver this alert to you. But let's go ahead and give you guys a big picture on this alert here. So again, right here is the storm as it starts to enter to the county. But again, really the west side of town will see the most of the impacts. But the city itself is in the alerts. But again, central, southwestern, and southern Bexar County is under a special strong storm alerts for the threats of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. And as we go ahead and transition from that alert and radar to your hail tracker, we're not seeing much of hail, or if any, happening on our map right now. But again, that radar is showing you guys that storm as it begins to enter portions of Bexar County. We do have a newscast coming your way tonight at 6, so we will, of course, break into programming, or excuse me, let's say that again. We have a newscast tonight at 6 o'clock. So of course, we'll see y'all here in just a few minutes with an updated version of your radar, your forecast, and today's top stories and much more in just a few moments. Live radar continues on our social platforms, but on our TV network, back to programming will start.
From the Storm Austin and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert.
All right, and coming up, the National Weather Service has just issued a weather alert for downtown San Antonio for the risk of seeing a strong storm with gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. We'll have the latest with your forecast coming up in just about 3 minutes from now on KATX News at 6. We'll see you on the other side, guys. It is 6 p.m. We're tracking a strong thunderstorm out there right now across portions of Bexar County. Radar and more starting in just a few moments. KATX News at 6 begins right now. Alright, hello there, Crystal Hurricane Tracker. We're streaming live right now on our TV station called KATX on Stream Endlessly right now. So, doing a live report, or live update. Alright, and welcome back everybody. We're tracking a strong storm right now in Bexar County. Look at that, a special weather statement. Very healthy looking storm indeed right now on the radar. And take a look at this, guys. Here it is on our screen, just south of the city of San Antonio. It's going to be coming to our northwest direction, but the risk is there for some winds up to 40 miles per hour, and the hail threat is not there as of now. Some storms across Blanco County and eastern Gillespie County, some storms out in Mason County, even a storm attempting to develop out there in Llano County. So lots of weather that we're going to have to continue to watch here throughout the next little bits. All right, straight ahead in your forecast here, we're tracking your 7-day. Here's a quick sneak peek of it right now. We got some 90s next 7 days, very hot and humid weather ahead. But if you want more of an in-depth forecast here about why is it so hot and any more rain chances in sight, I will deliver all those details for you coming up in just a tad from now. Reporting live in the Weather Center, first check of weather on KATX News at 6, weekend edition. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. We'll see you back here with more in just a moment. Reporting, as mentioned, in our studios. I will go ahead and turn things over to Jessica live in studio right now with the latest look at today's top stories. All right, so once again, everybody, we are doing this, or I'm doing this thing tonight. I'm kind of testing this out as well. But tonight, we're live on KATX, and I'm doing the weather tonight at KATX. But I'm also giving you guys behind-the-scenes look of everything here on YouTube right now. And Stream Endlessly is a TV network. It's a provider, TV provider. And KATX is a TV station that covers the Austin, San Antonio area. And Storm is partnered up with KATX with the weather. So I do weather, the rest of the crew does the news. And I have a few other weather people as well. But tonight's the night where I've decided to do the weather myself. So anyways, just a quick update on that. Since we do have a weather alert underway, I do sometimes have to be, let's see, do I need to do a cut-in? Let's see. I think we're okay, but requirement is every 10 minutes I have to do an update on a strong storm. So, last update was 2 minutes ago, so I have about 7 minutes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a miniature break here, and I will return in just a second with the latest update on radar. If you guys got any comments or anything like that, I will return. But for now, I will see y'all in just a few moments from now. Alright, it's coming up on the other side of this commercial break here. We got some strong storms right now in Bear County, and we'll give you the latest updates on that. Besides that note there, here's what we're tracking this evening. Some scattered storms now. But tomorrow, another hot and dark cloudy day with the storm risk chances there tomorrow. And this week, high pressure is out of here, bringing us a slimmer opportunity for some more storms. I do have the latest details and everything coming up in just a little bit from now. KTX is the 6. All right, quick reminder, we're streaming live right now on our TV networks. That's why y'all are seeing this right now. But anyways, full forecast with weather starts at 6:15 with me in just a few minutes. But as I have my miniature break right now, I'm going to go ahead and deliver a radar update. So we go ahead and switch to there we go. So there's on radar. Strong storm advisory right now in Bear County right now. Nothing severe about this. There's just gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour. Looking at the hail potential in this storm, a little bleep of blue popping up now, indicating some small hail, maybe up to pea size, even a little cell just near Macedonia in northwest of Somerset. So something we'll watch and monitor here very closely as these storms continue to progress into more of Bear County. In the big picture of weather right now, we got some more storms across portions of central Texas, some storms out in Blanco County, storms in Llano County, Gillespie County, Mason County. And that is about it for right now. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take my miniature break. I'll see y'all at 6:15 here in about 4 or 5 minutes with more updates on the radar and the whole forecast. Alright, we got Theodore in the chat there. He said, when you have the National Weather Radar, David. I actually have some great news. The National Weather Radar just came out just a few days ago from WeatherWise, which is a radar app that we're using. It's called, if you use the composite version of the map, you can actually get a national perspective of the radar. So if I go ahead and zoom this out in a slow way for some reason, you can see, as it loads for a second there, you'll see it showing you the other storms across anywhere in the country, which is really cool. So a great feature that they have finally added here on the radar. So yes, the feature for National Weather Radar is now out. So let's see, I'm waiting for this to load so I can show you that it actually works. So it will show us the big picture of radar. So, oh wait, I have it on hail size. That's why it's not loading. Here's the reflectivity. There you go. So yeah, right there. There's all the storms. So there you go. National Weather Radar. It's there. Hey there, Christian. Good evening, man. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and jump back over to Austin. Actually, I should jump to San Antonio. But, yeah, we'll do San Antonio. Alright. I got to do a full forecast on KTX News, guys. So give me 1 second and we will chat all together if you guys want in just a moment. So let's switch to... So this graphic, yes it is. See, I already have it set as that. So now it's going to be switched to this. There we go. Alright, I am ready, Tom. You can switch me over to the newscast.
From the Storm, Austin, and San Antonio weather team, this is a special weather alert.
Alright, good evening everybody. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford with the Storm Weather Team, or the Weather Channel here on KTX. We're tracking some strong storms out there right now across portions of Bexar County. Look at this special weather statement where a strong storm advisory just on the west side of San Antonio. This storm impacting the Somerset area right now, as this storm is packing a punch right now. If we go ahead and switch to actually I have a way better radar feed than that. Here's the better radar feed, and you can actually see the more colors instead of just that big blob of yellow. There's even some red indicating some of that heavier rain that is underway right now in southwestern Bexar County. By the way, that is not the only storm that we are monitoring right now. If we go ahead and zoom this out even more, some more storms out there across portions of Gillespie, Llano, and Blanco counties right now. Good storm just near northeast of Fredericksburg, so that's pretty much with what we're tracking on the radar. And if we go ahead and get to your forecast right now and talk about what's coming up here ahead in this forecast update, we're tracking some scattered storms this evening, another hot and partly cloudy day for tomorrow, and some more isolated storm chances. And this week, high pressure will be finally out of our forecast. All right, underway now, ridge of high pressure. It's not super strong, so that's why we're seeing the storms, but there's not a whole lot of storms. There's storms, not a whole lot. If we didn't have the high pressure, I got a feeling that a lot more storms would be happening in coverage, but since we have a ridge of high pressure, we're seeing storms. And actually, you may notice areas east of I-35 not experiencing storms. It's because of the ridge of high pressure. Areas west and south seeing storms because the ridge of high pressure is not really inflectionating them as much. All right, on Monday, as we fast forward, high pressure well off towards northeast. The ridge itself will grow and strengthen well, I won't say in coverage, but it will strengthen quite a bit as it pushes well towards our northeast. But we'll still see quite an influx of that high pressure here in the Lone Star State and here in south central Texas. So in the last 30-minute loop here of our severe weather outlook tonight, for your Saturday, severe threat, 0. It's a goose egg. We don't have a severe threat. It's just a general storm risk for tonight. All right, rain chances this week, Sunday through Wednesday, about a 10% chance next 24 hours, 75 degrees overnight tonight in Austin, 95 tomorrow, still hot, perhaps some isolated storm possible as well. All right, if you're going to be outside, here's some tips to stay cool. So wear loose, light clothing, drink plenty of fluids, use fans to circulate the air, and of course, keep pets in air conditioning spaces. Your planner for your Sunday, waking up at 77, very humid, not feeling great at all. By noon, we're warming up to 90 degrees by lunchtime, or as you get out of church, and in 93 degrees by 4 p.m. If you have any allergy concerns, trees, grasses, and weeds are low, but mold is high. With some Montanarium in your 7-day forecast, showing you very hot, warm temperatures next several days, all into the 90s. But if you don't like the 90s, I do have some humidity added to the temperature as well, so making it even feel worse than the actual air temperature. And also, we have small chances of precipitation as well, anywhere from a 10 to a 20% chance next couple days across south central Texas. And that's your forecast across the area. All right, coming up, we got sports with Erica on KATX News at 6 p.m. weekend edition. And then we'll get another update on that radar for you and much more right after this quick break. Hey, welcome back over to KATX News at 6. Before we get a look at your sports, we got some weather to talk about real quick on our map. We got a storm intensifying across portions of Gillespie County, but over towards Bexar County, we got a special weather statement or a strong storm advisory for the risk of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour, including the city of San Antonio, but really the southwest side experiencing the big impact of the storm. All right, before we go to a break here and wrap up things with our newscast tonight at 6, we got a weather alerts for the city of San Antonio right now in Bexar County. The risk for some gusty winds upwards of 40 miles per hour is there, but the real strong part of the storm is just to the west side of town. Coming up, final check for that 7-day and one last check of radar in about 2 minutes from now. KATX News at 6 continues right after this. Alright, so hey everybody, Chief Forecaster David Alford. We're streaming live on the stream on YouTube right now. Of course, I was just doing a live update on our TV network called KATX that Storm is partnered with for the weather only, not the news, but the weather part obviously that I do. KATX network, they do news, traffic, sports, and have tons of TV shows they play throughout the day on a daily basis, and we're helping them out with updates tonight. Make sure I'm saying my words correctly there, and I am. So, great news. And of course, I play this commercial all the time talking about this.
From knowing if the right weather conditions could cause an impact or not. Check out Storm Plus now streaming live on Stream Endlessly. Exclusively watch minute-by-minute updates.
That's where we got like weather coverage. Like you see a lot more of me on there than you do on YouTube or any other social media platform there is. So, if you want to see more of me, we're on Stream Endlessly 24/7 just about. So, if y'all are wondering where I'm at most of the time, I'm on there. All right, so I gotta get ready. I got about about 25 seconds here, and then it's time to do the final weather report. Yeah, we can do it like that. All right. And welcome back over to KATX News at 6. We're tracking a strong storm advisory still underway right now in the west side of San Antonio, but you guys are seeing some storms in downtown right now. But the worst of the weather just to the west of Somerset right now, just to the east of Castroville right now. Looking at some new data that came out moments ago, I did see some small hail that was trying to occur in this storm, so that'll be something that we'll have to watch here throughout the next little bit. However, your forecast next 7 days in the capital city in Texas, it's Austin, and it's going to be hot, 90s and humid for the next several days. If we need to, we will come on air to break programming with an update on alerts if anything new happens. Live extended coverage underway now on YouTube and any of our other social platforms. Have a great rest of your evening, guys. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 with more updates on today's top stories and much more here on KATX. Have a great rest of your Saturday night.
Weather in Central Texas can be unexpected a lot of times. Stick with Storm for your trusted local weather updates so you can get your daily forecast updates and storm weather coverage from a trusted team you can trust. Stay ahead of the storm with Storm Austin. Storm Austin, Austin's trusted local weather source.
From knowing if the right weather conditions could cause an impact or not. Check out Storm Plus now streaming live on Stream Endlessly. Exclusively watch minute-by-minute updates.
From the heart of Texas and downtown Austin, going around on Interstate 30.
Oh boy, it's so laggy. Yep, it keeps glitching today. I don't know why the video keeps glitching. It keeps glitching. My apologies about that. Can't do much about it. Alright, here's what I got on the weather right now. Some strong storms out there across portions of Bexar County right now. My brain went blank there. Again, just to the west, that's where the worst the weather is. I guess you could say the worst the weather is underway right now. But in downtown San Antonio, we got a downpour happening right now. So that's probably a little shock to your system. You're like, oh boy, it's raining right now. But it wasn't really forecasted. Yes, it was forecasted. There was forecasted to be rain, not specifically for the city, but surrounding areas could see some storms today. So again, San Antonio seeing storms now, but the worst the weather is towards the west. We're actually seeing some backbuilding occurring with this storm. That's why San Antonio downtown has now been included in seeing some of this thunderstorm that's underway now. It's 6:30. That was our expiration of this weather alert to happen. So the alert is now gone. So that's some great news with that. So we got some other storms just outside of our viewing area. Let's go ahead and zoom in more into our this is our main viewing area right over here out towards the hill country. We got some storms out there, an isolated thunderstorm in northeastern Gillespie County, far southern Llano County, some showers in Blanco County coming near the studios here from where we're broadcasting at right now. Some little showers in San Saba County, which we don't cover, but still monitoring storms. But again, areas mainly west of I-35 are experiencing storms. Why is that? Ridge of high pressure is underway right now to our northeast, and it's eliminating those storms that attempt to develop areas east of I-35. Unlike the past few days where it's been west of I-35 and barely any storms have occurred west of I-35, it was because the ridge high pressure was all the way down towards the southwest, and now it's all the way towards the northeast. Now that's eliminating the rain chances that are isolated for areas east of I-35. So just to break that down, if anybody was curious about the weather here in the last couple of days across central or south central Texas. All right, so that's the radar right now. Let's go ahead and talk about that 7-day forecast, shall we? So you can see next 7, calling for some hot temperatures, just 90s several days in a row. Not my favorite cup of tea for weather at all. Y'all know me, my favorite type of weather is thunderstorms and tornadoes, but that ain't going to happen here in our area, at least that I know of, in the next couple weeks. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, that's what I got for right now with your weather, guys. We've been live for over an hour and a half now. Again, most of this live stream has been me just doing behind the scenes of the weather while we're doing a live update on our TV network. So that's pretty much everything that I need to talk about and mention for tonight. Let's do one more live radar check here, and then we'll go ahead and, I think, wrap our stream up for the rest of today. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow. We'll see. So radar, again, showing some of the storms out there right now. Nothing strong or severe. I mean, we had some strong storms out in Bexar County, but now it's just good old storms across the area. So that's just about it from what we're tracking across the immediate viewing area. We do got some viewers that are further to our south here. I actually have some friends that live over in a weather alert right now, just northwest of Beeville. Very interesting with that, but that's pretty much what we're tracking. Just 2 strong storms outside of our viewing area. San Antonio had a strong storm. That risk and that activity will only continue to decrease, I think, here in the next couple of hours. Final check of the 7-day for Austin. 90s, just mid-90s, gross weather next several days. Very humid, not our favorite kind of weather. This is not my favorite kind of weather to predict. I hate covering weather like this because it's just boring and it's kind of hard to forecast. I mean, the temperature, I could be right on it, maybe a degree above, maybe 2 degrees above, or 1 degree below, or 2 degrees below. But I'm pretty accurate when it comes to the actual temperature during the summer. Now, when it comes to the condition, clouds or sun, that's kind of easier to predict as well. But when you have those little puffy little cumulus clouds that come out of nowhere, that's kind of the interesting part on how to forecast things. But the probability, the precipitation, when I update the forecast from the morning, then I do another update in the afternoon and do another update in the mid-afternoon and in the evening, there's just a whole lot of changes that occur from the morning since then to now. And when I do an update in the morning time, the forecast will probably change quite significant in the evening time when I present to you with what's happening. So again, lots changes, lots occur when it comes to doing forecasts from mornings to evenings to nights. And that's how it goes every day. Weather changes by the minute every day. Very true on that, actually. All right. Anyways, that's what I got for now. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you guys want to see more of these live streams where it's like behind the scene type streams and I'm talking to you all one-on-one like we were today, I would love to do more of these streams. If you guys like these, let me know. Let's see here. Are we going to have a Atlantic hurricane season? Or excuse me, a hurricane? Yeah. So Theodore in the chat said, are we going to have an Atlantic hurricane season this year? Yes, we are expected to have some hurricanes and tropical systems to happen out into the Atlantic here. Probably not at least in the next 4 to 7 days because it's Saharan dust, but overall, not expecting a whole lot. Now out towards the Pacific, things are actually becoming very catastrophic very quickly than what most people expected for the Pacific hurricane season. We've already had a Category 3 hurricane already in the Pacific, so that's just insane already. However, nothing in the Gulf yet, and nothing out in the Atlantic yet either, but again, the chances of seeing hurricanes this year are quite high. So again, we'll continue to monitor. We'll watch it closely. Of course, I think I plan to do some hurricane coverage later this year here on the Weather Channel, or here on the Storm Weather Channel. It won't be probably specifically for Texas. Maybe it might be for like maybe Florida or something if there does become a system that comes that way this year. But it just depends. If the weather's really boring in Central Texas, where it's like this forecast where it's 90s and barely tiny 10-20% rain chances, we'll do probably some national hurricane coverage. But as of now, we're going to stick with the local weather for the meantime. And if there's any like big, massive severe weather outbreaks, I will potentially cover those as well. We've had quite a few. We've already had a few big severe weather outbreaks already. I have not covered those because I'm kind of burned out already from covering a lot of weather. And if you guys have been wondering on the less of the content over the summer, like streaming and stuff like that, it was because I'm burned out from staying up overnight a lot of times in the spring. And yeah, I'm trying to regain myself back and giving all my weather energy to return as we approach, here we are now in summer. Hopefully that makes sense, but anyways, that's how that goes for me. Yes, I do get burned out very easily when it comes to doing weather coverage for hours. I could stop wanting to do it in just 30 minutes, but yeah. All right. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to comment down below under the stream, which some of y'all may be watching this as a video later on, so comment down below if you guys have anything you want to talk about. But if you don't want to talk about anything that's really questionable and you want to just message me personally, feel free to do so on Instagram or X at DavidALFWX. So, anyways, I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, if you guys like seeing me do these live streams in the evenings, let me know. Message me if you guys have any suggestions or anything like that. Of course, let me know as well. All right, get all the rest you need. Thank you very much, Christian. I pretty much have all my rest I needed. That's why I just did less of content. But now I think I'm fully ready to come back. Slightly. As y'all know, I was kind of stuttering earlier. Got my words mixed up a little bit earlier. I mean, this is like my first time in a while doing a live forecast that's an okay forecast. So, anyways, just give it a few more days, guys, and then I should be nailed on perfect with your forecast. So, anyways, now I'm going to end it off here. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll see y'all back here with another update, potentially later in the week. We may have the one tomorrow. We'll see. But for now, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your weekend.